did telemarketing scripts and all that good stuff too. But what I ultimately wanted to do one day is do something I was passionate about, do something where I could take these kind of corporate skills and also my entrepreneurial exposure and bring them together. And what ended up happening when I had an opportunity to kind of take a leap out into my own world and own business world is I said, okay, not only can I bring those things together, but can I bring my passion for veganism together? Can I bring kind of what I live as my lifestyle into my career? And that's what got me started thinking about, okay, building an agency, being a coach, being a trainer, doing all these types of things. And that got me kind of starting Vegan Mainstream back in 2009. I can't believe it's been
Wow,
so
11
long.
years.
I
Wow.
know.
And you were a vegan before, right? When did you?
Yeah. Well, I didn't grow up vegan, but I became vegan in 2005. So I've been vegan, what's that, 15, 16, almost
15
15
years.
years? Yeah, so I've been vegan a while. I was vegan before I started the business, so I knew I wanted to bring that in. But it's been amazing to kind of do something that I love doing and something that feeds into, what I believe in, my ethics and all that good stuff too.
Beautiful. And so basically, and how did you, why did you, because there's always a reason behind choosing the path of veganism, right?
Mhm.
Was there anything, I mean, with the health to improve your health, or you just developed this love for um, not eating animals, I guess, and also for plant-based diet, mainly.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of what started the process for me was health. I had a little bit of, I guess a mini health crisis. I got a little bit sick in my senior year of college, and that made me kind of wake up to, illnesses, diseases, things that are, transmitted through food. That made me more conscious of what I was eating and the impact it had on me. So I started to kind of go down that route of being vegetarian, but I kind of took a slow walk there. I was taking a little bit of this out, a little bit of that out, and kind of finding my way there. And then eventually I started to hang out with more vegetarians and ultimately vegans. And they started to educate me not only on the difference of kind of vegan and vegetarian lifestyle, but the animal rights piece behind it, what kind of happens to a lot of the animals and how, what I'm eating is creating that. And I didn't want to I didn't want to be a part of that system anymore, as well as the environmental impact of being vegan. So once I got that knowledge, once I got that data and that
There was
information, I
no
was
way
like,
back.
"Oh, no way
Yeah,
back at
and
all."
you know what? It's funny. I mean, you're interesting is the name of your company, because I truly believe that it's at the beginning. I think 20 years ago it started this new wave. It was 20 years ago, and then it was on the side, and now slowly, slowly is becoming more mainstream. So
Absolutely. And it's so interesting to see the change. And even if you walk through like a grocery store, how different the aisles are now, even like you take the milk aisle as an example, there's so many alternatives and options for people who are vegan and plant-based that it's amazing how much the
absolutely,
market has changed.
absolutely, amazing, amazing. And it's all up to us, because if we stop
Yes.
buying certain things, then they're not going to sell them, and they're not going to produce them. So, wow. So let's go back to the business. So, what do you do? So, you are looking right now, you're training
Yep.
vegan professionals take their business to the next level, and
Yes.
you have courses, right? You have one coming up.
Yep. So I have a course coming up, and a lot of what we do is trying to help people kind of learn the business side of things. Most people, when they start a business, they're an amazing knitter. They're very, graphically inclined. They want to start a restaurant, or they're an author. I mean, they have the skill down, but they don't always have the business side of things down. So what we try to do is offer training, especially in this day and age where a lot of us are home, we're socially distanced. We want to offer online training so that people can get the skills that they need if they need to transition to the digital space, if they need to go online for the first time, or just to help people really make sure that what they're doing in their business gets results. They're not just stuck in a whole bunch of busy work. So we offer a really kind of a wide variety of training and classes and online kind of support. But what we're doing in November, which is really exciting for me, is we're launching this new course that's called Tech Vibes. And what's exciting about it is we're kind of bringing together the worlds of what we normally teach, which is a lot of marketing techniques, with the technical kind of know-how that you need to succeed. Because I can teach you all day, like we're on Zoom now, I can say you need to use Zoom, but for most people, they need a little bit of that technical support. I don't want to say technical support, I don't know if it's the right way to say it, but they need to
Push, it's
understand.
kind of a push that you just
Yes.
tell them, exactly what to click, where to click, and then they do it. And then,
Yes.
yes, yes.
Yep. So therefore, the tech doesn't hold them back. And I think that's the thing that's happened to a lot of people is that the tech they've been worried about it. So they haven't been able to maybe get the most out of their marketing. So it's exciting. It starts on November 19th. And we're really kind of excited about not only doing it, because one thing we do, it's a little different with our classes, is you can get them online, but we also offer support. So we do things like live training. So we do like weekly live training for like the
And how
first
long
30
is the
days.
course? How long is the course?
The course, which should take most people between 30 to 45 days to complete, they're really supposed to be compact and tight. But the idea is, we give you support and training, and we have a Slack group. So we try to make sure that you don't kind of feel like you're just getting these sets of videos and you don't know what to do next. We kind of try to wrap a community feel around it as well.
To follow you and support you. And this is for, let's say, what type of professionals? Nutritionists? In general? I mean,
Absolutely. So we normally help people that are like instructors. So people are doing cooking classes, fitness classes, training, but instructors kind of cross over a little bit with coaches. So even if you're a financial coach or financial advisor, we have people who are content writers that are in our kind of pool of clients and customers. We also work with people who sell products. So maybe they're selling meal planning, or maybe they had a restaurant and they've transitioned over to meal planning or meal pickup or delivery. Then we're teaching them how to use tech to drive contactless payments and so forth. So it's really anyone who is looking to kind of run a business in this kind of digital market and digital landscape, and what are those tools that help you do it. But honestly, we go across the board. We even have a vegan doctor as one of our clients that we work with to
wow.
help
Oh,
support.
so wonderful. So because I said vegan professionals, no, it's just for anybody really who wants to be a coach or have a coaching courses and take their business
Yeah.
online and sell whatever they're selling. So it's not just for vegan. I thought it was, yeah. So
Yeah, it's
you
not
heard her.
just
It's for
vegan. Yeah.
everybody. Yes,
It's
and
for
really,
everyone. We just specialize with vegan professionals because there's some nuances in the vegan market. There's some specific kind of things that you want to do. And also as vegans, it's kind of like creating products for like women-owned businesses. There are some specific things that you want to address anytime you're teaching and training that we make sure we address, because for vegan professionals, there's things they have to navigate in the world that are a little bit challenging at times, and we want to help support them in that process.
oh, perfect, beautiful. And besides this course, you have other activities. You have podcasts, right?
Yes,
How
so
can
we do
people
have.
find you? I think we put the link, but just in case they go to I'm still not in the world of podcasts because I'm trying to learn, a little bit of everything. But so where do you go? Because there is a podcast, an Apple podcast. Is that where it is?
Absolutely. We're on Apple, we're on Spotify, we're on Google. So many of the common podcast platforms, you can go in and just type in vegan mainstream and you'll see our podcast pop up. But yeah, we're even in, there's probably about like 15 or so different places you can be, and we're in all of them. So wherever you watch or listen to podcasts, definitely go there. And then you can always check us out on social media, YouTube, and so forth, because that's a great way to get connected. And if someone's trying to find us, we can navigate you towards some of the support tools that we have.
Yeah, wonderful. Now, podcasts are for people who are driving, right? Who just want to listen, they cannot look.
Most of the time, podcasts are audio based. So they're for people who drive, people when they're
Exactly.
maybe working out. Sometimes people even use them when they're doing things in the house, like they're cooking, cleaning, things like that, where you're doing something else, but you want to be able to kind of, instead of listening to maybe music, you'll listen and learn during that time. But what's happened with some podcasts is people have started to add a few video elements to it because not everyone, some people want the content, but a little bit of video format. So many of us as podcasters will record sometimes our sessions so that people can watch them as well.
Oh, wow. I didn't
Yeah, and
know.
then we just host them on our websites and then
And
people
in the
can see them.
podcast, are they lessons or is just informational? You just talk about different subjects on the
Well,
podcast.
actually, we have multiple podcasts for that purpose. One podcast is similar to this, like an interview series where we interview different vegan professionals, business owners, and talk about how they pivot, how they kind of work through adversity, especially since that's a big theme of this year. We also have a podcast where I'm kind of more inspirational and what I kind of call the roadmap or the journey that we all go through as a business owner, where I give you ideas, recommendations, or share a story or something that I've recently tried to overcome. And then we have podcasts, like we have one called Fix It, which is more tactical, more that training side, where we talk about how to fix things in your business that are broken, things that aren't working, and give you a little bit more practical sense of, okay, if this isn't working, try this. If this isn't working, try this. Because I know for many of us as business owners, we hit those walls at times, and we need some help on how can I fix this kind of problem in our business.
Yeah, for entrepreneurs in general, which is,
Mhm.
it's not an easy road many
It
times,
isn't.
especially this year. It has been a very challenging year for everyone. But
It
and
really
so that's
has.
another question. You before March, or the time that I call it March because that's when everything completely stopped. But were you online before, or you were already quite established on social media, or
I was online, social media, definitely, but I definitely made a shift. The podcast we did not have. So the podcast started really, I think it's the beginning of April. I think in March, I was like, oh, I'm going to do it. And I did a couple of live sessions. And then I'm like, oh, let me do some podcasting. So we started podcasting, videos, all of that was created out of it. And then we had online courses, but they were like signature courses. They were like courses that was like, for the coach, for someone who wants to start a business. And what we've done now is we've shifted to kind of smaller courses that are more timely. So things like, how to take how to create a digital classroom if you've been doing in-person classes, or social media. We've been teaching people how to do more social media for people who haven't been doing it. And then like this class, how to do the tech. So what we're doing now is creating new courses that are a little bit more relevant to what people are struggling with right now, and creating shorter courses so they can get through them and leverage them like today, not next year, in a sense.
exactly, so they can use and get results right away.
Mhm.
And what is your preferred platform right now?
Social media platform or
Yes,
just in general?
yes.
My preferred platform right now is LinkedIn. I
Ah,
love LinkedIn, but not so much for status updates. I think when people think of social media, they're always thinking about like, this is what I ate for dinner. This is what's
yeah,
going
no,
on.
LinkedIn is not like that. It's much more
It's
formal.
not.
No.
Yes. So I love that it has more of those kind of professional conversations, but I also love the connections and messaging. I have found it's just been a great way to connect and meet people. And I met you that way as well.
It's true.
Like that has been so amazing for me that like while we're all kind of socially distancing, I have met so many people this way through LinkedIn, this year through LinkedIn. And I really feel like it's great to have a tool that helps you grow, collaborate, get to know people. And yes, it's helped me from a sales standpoint, which is important, but I don't want people to underestimate how important it is to do collaborations, to do interviews, to meet people. And also it's helped me secure some amazing like interviews like this and articles, and I ended up being on a cover of one of our like vegan magazines called The American Vegan. So like all
Wow.
of that stuff has happened from me being active on social media.
Yeah, it's wonderful. I think it's a new world. I wasn't really so social media inclined, and then this this shift had to happen, and I was like,
Hmm.
okay, I need to learn. And I find it fascinating. And as you said, you meet people from all over the world, especially in LinkedIn, all these professionals, and it's every platform, social media platform has its uniqueness, and you
Yes.
have to understand it and use it to your
Yes.
benefit. Yeah. So
Absolutely. Yeah.
yes.
And there's
So
such.
if they want to find, I think I put all the links on the under the interview. But if they want to find and sign up for your next course, you have a
Mhm.
website, or it's on your Facebook page. Where is it right now?
Well, it'll be everywhere. So we'll be posting on our Facebook and everything, but our website is a great home base. So if you're looking for us, whether you want to sign up for the course or even if you just need a little support, there's some resources. I recommend everyone come check us out. So it's veganmainstream.com. And then if you're looking for the course, you just use the navigation at the top, click on courses, and you'll see tech vibes there.
Ah, beautiful, simple, down to the point, and I love it. I love it. Oh, wow. So, Stephanie, is there anything we're missing? Anything that you want to tell our viewers and um, experts in general in, well, in the vegan world and not?
Well, well, I would probably say for everyone, this has been a hard year. And what I guess one of the messages I would just leave everyone with is that it's really, I find for our businesses to be successful, that it's really about resilience. It's about knowing how to manage some of this adversity. Yes, we've gotten buckets full this year, which is more than usual. But I tell a lot of people to use this as a time to practice that resilience, practice that ability to try new things, test new things, especially in your business, especially things that maybe you haven't tried before. So if you were nervous about speaking on stage, do interviews here virtually and build up that confidence. If you've been trying or want to test new products or services, use social media to gather feedback, create mini focus groups, and get people to give you feedback on things. If you've never done a Black Friday or a Cyber Week sale, especially if you're maybe a service-based business because you think it's all retail, get out there, give it a try, offer something unique and different, and participate and learn. And also take training. The reason I offer training, and not to say so much I'm trying to promote myself, but this is such a great time to work on our skills that even if this is a little bit quieter for you, is build those skills. I'm doing the same thing. I'm taking training. I'm watching more webinars because before I never had time to do it. And now I'm able to squeak out a little bit extra time for some of that learning because my weekends aren't as full. I can do, like I mentioned before, if I'm cleaning or cooking in the kitchen, I can throw a podcast on and listen to it. And to me, it's such a great time to really turn things around and look for that silver lining in everything that's going on right now, because this is such a great time for growth and a great time to really practice that resilience. Um,
That's
that's what I say.
beautiful. It's beautiful, Stephanie. Wonderful. Yes, and turn obstacles into opportunities. You heard her, Stephanie Redcross. Check her website and check her trainings because she's amazing, and she's really going to take you to the next level. So, um, with no further ado, thank you so much for being here. Thank you, everyone. And until next time. Stephanie, it was wonderful to have you here, but I want to hear more. So we keep in touch, okay? And you can,
Absolutely.
I
Thank you
hope
so
to
much
see
for
you
having me.
again. Thank you for coming. Mwah. Ciao, everyone. Bye. Yeah, I think that's